Lawwin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawwin Media Network.
Good evening, Texas. Good morning, Philippines. Welcome to Legal Treat Season 3. My name is Aileen Legal Dizon. I'm an attorney licensed here in the state of Texas and in the Philippines. And my co-host here, soon to join the legal practice, Nesca.
Yes, I am Nesca, and we are continuing our special series for women in law. Good morning good morning here in the Philippines, and good evening there in Texas. How are you, Attorney Aileen?
I'm good. I'm excited. It's Friday. It's Friday, actually, right?
Yes.
I love Friday because after Friday is the weekend. But I always tell my friends, enjoy the weekend because Monday comes way too fast.
Right. Here in the Philippines, it's already weekend. And anyway, we're continuing, as I've said earlier, we're continuing our special series, Women in Law, where we feature remarkable women who are not only breaking legal grounds, but doing so with heart, style, and strength. And we will be having a guest to join us later, right, Attorney Aileen?
Yes, of course. I'm actually excited to know more about her, listen to her story, and maybe share some tips also for all of you there who are watching and who would want to join the legal profession or already in the legal profession, legal practice. So stay tuned. We will introduce her in just a few minutes. So
Exactly.
Nestia, what do we have? What's going on with you?
Yes, I'm doing good. I'm doing fine, Attorney Aileen. I'm excited for the weekend. And yes, I'll be having a break for the weekend. I'll having a rest for the weekend.
Is it summer? Do you still have summer class in the Philippines?
Oh, I
Or
think it's already closing. Closing na
oh,
siguro.
ending
Yeah,
na? Okay, I'm
ending
lost track,
na.
track already. So kailan
Yeah.
ba yung start ng summer midterm, right?
I think,
Mid-year, I mean sorry,
yeah,
mid-year.
April, I think April, May, summer
Oh,
na.
oh yeah, because it's already April 11, right? And then
11.
next week, Holy Week na.
Holy Week na next week, and people are having a break from their usual routine. They'll be having yung iba yung sabi ang sabi sa amin kasi in Hiligaynon it's mamalandong or parang magdinilay-nilay in Tagalog.
Parang time to reflect. So you have to
Yes,
reflect.
time to
Yeah,
reflect.
that's
It's
right. So
Holy
Palm
Week kasi
Sunday
next
na
week.
this Sunday, bukas na
Yes,
yun.
Palm Sunday na, Sunday. Yeah, here in the Philippines. How about
Uh,
there in Texas? Ganun din ba yung tradition?
well, not all because not all are practicing,
Catholic.
Um, yes, but we do have Good Friday, of course, Holy Thursday. But yung iba may pasok. It's not like it's
Mhm.
declared as a legal holiday. So
Mhm.
it's a choice of the employer if they're gonna have a Good Friday holiday. Yeah.
Yes, dito kasi it's a regular holiday starting Monday, Thursday.
Oh,
Thursday,
I
Friday.
remember when I was working there, the Court of Appeal. So Wednesday pa lang, half day na kami.
Half day
So yeah, puno na
government
yung mga
offices.
bus. Okay, well,
Oo.
I'm excited now. Let's call in our guest.
Yes, of course. But before that, Attorney Aileen, we'd like to let the audience know that this
Right.
production is proudly brought to us by Loving Media Network. We're currently live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So join us every 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and 7:30 a.m. Philippine time. But if you missed us live, no worries, you can catch the replay on over 15 podcast platforms, including Spotify, Google, Apple, and more. So stay tuned and stay engaged.
That's
So,
right,
Attorney Aileen,
Neska. Yung audience
yes,
natin can participate. They can post their comments, shout outs, greetings in the chat box, and we will read them during the show. And if you have any questions to our guests, we'll read them during the show, and hopefully, we'll be able to answer all of your questions. So keep them post those questions, engage with us because we love you to be part of the show. So Neska.
that's right. So, today's guest is someone who brings hometown pride to the legal profession. She was born and raised in Barangay Mambagaton, Himamaylan City, Negros Occidental, and a proud alumna of University of Negros Occidental Recoletos, and now a practicing attorney who's out there handling some of the toughest criminal and property cases. So, everyone, let's all welcome the fierce yet fun, the passionate yet humble, and always ready to travel, Attorney Helen Grijaldo. Hi, Attorney
Hey,
Helen.
welcome, Attorney Helen. Welcome to Legal Treats.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Nesca, for that
Sure.
heartwarming introduction. So, I'd like to greet your viewers in Texas. Good evening. And to our viewers here in the Philippines, good morning. Hi, Attorney Aileen. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, well, definitely we're honored to have you here in Legal Treats and to listen to your story and to learn more from you also. And I know that
Yes.
Nesca prepared some fun questions before we start
Right.
into the serious part of this conversation.
Right. Before we dive into today's episode, let's loosen up a bit. Attorney Helen, we love starting off with something light. So, before we get all serious and legal, we have a few warm up questions to get to know you a little better. Are you ready?
I'm excited.
Of course. So, Attorney Helen, coffee or tea?
I choose tea.
Tea. Courtroom or beach?
Beach.
Dali naman nun.
Early bird or night owl?
Sorry?
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Paper files or digital docs?
I'd like to say paper files. Paper files pa rin.
Favorite legal quote or saying?
It would be love has its own reason, which reason we do not know.
Wow.
Wow.
Law books or Netflix?
Netflix!
Ang dali-dali naman yun, Nesca. Pahirapan mo naman ako sa question natin.
Ay, sige. Which one was harder? Attorney Helen, which one was harder? Bar exam or breakup?
Yung break up, masakit sa heart. But the bar exam, masakit sa brain. So, I would say,
Okay.
bar exam.
Okay, sige. What's your favorite comfort food after a tough case?
I'd like to say, samgyeopsal.
Samgyeopsal, okay. Samgyeopsal.
The Korean
Parang
Oh,
Korean.
okay.
Parang mag-grill ka.
real grill.
So if your life had a theme song, you mentioned kasi, alam kasi natin, you are into music. So if you have, or if your life had a theme song, what would it be?
If my life have ano kaya? Hold on. I say the song that I used to listen whenever I review for the bar, that would be Believe for It.
I believe for it. Okay. Dream travel destination.
Japan.
Japan. Okay. Most used emoji when texting your husband.
Most used emojis, heart. The one
Oh
with
wow, in love ah.
Siguro mga 5 years pa lang yun or less than. Joke.
Most probably. So what's more chaotic, Attorney Helen? Land dispute hearing or mall sale crowd?
both are chaotic, but I'd like to say the mall sale, mas chaotic yon.
Okay. Especially dito sa
Nag-aagawan kayo
Philippines.
ng item. Nag-aagawan kayo ng
Ah,
item sa mall.
yeah, true. Tas ang haba ng pila, right?
Yep, yep.
So, what's more stressful? Cross-examination or family reunions?
Oh no!
Wedding.
Pwede.
Both.
Okay. Okay, last question. If you weren't a lawyer, what do you think you'd be doing today?
If I'm not a lawyer,
Yes, if you're not a lawyer, what do you think you'd be doing?
I think I'm a housewife.
Okay. Wow, happily married
Yes.
Well, I love it, Attorney Helen. You see,
Mahirap kaya yung
uh,
housewife.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You see, lawyers can have fun too, right, Attorney Aileen? That's why we have this
Of
quick
course. I
cross. We
mean,
call this
life
quick
is not
cross.
just about the court and doing, solving problems, right? We have to enjoy life too. That's why you chose a beach earlier, Attorney Helen, because it's more fun there, right?
It is.
Um, yeah, but there's already a group of lawyers here that we call the group lawyers on the beach, and that's because of the use of technology. So, but I guess it depends on what kind of practice and then where you are located. But that's actually the goal of Nesca, is enjoying the sand, the beach. But you're still at work. I don't know how
Yeah.
to picture that. That's the idea.
Yeah, that's right. Attorney Eileen, Attorney Helen is also into traveling. She also travels a lot. So yeah, sabi niya ang dream destination niya kanina was Japan. Uh, yeah, why Japan, Attorney Helen?
Um, because hindi pa ako nakakakita ng snow, or
Snow.
I like to see the cherry blossoms and things like that. So also the food. They say
Food.
that
Yeah.
Japan now has the best food. Kaya I'd like to try.
Magkita tayo sa
That's
Japan
right.
because I'm planning to go to Japan too. Yeah.
Let's go, Atty. Eileen.
Ikaw, Neska, saan ka ba pupunta? Give it a chance. Saan ka
Secret.
pupunta? Secret!
Secret.
Bawal ang
Hindi ko pa
secret.
alam. Yung totoo, Attorney Eileen, hindi ko pa alam.
Dahil kasama na lang kita sa Japan. Pag pumunta siya na Attorney Helen, let's go to Japan, di ba?
Yes,
Ito.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totoo yan.
I enjoy those questions. They're fine. We learn a lot, from you about those questions. But I believe we have some questions here. Let's go ahead and comments. Let's go ahead and read them first before we go on a break.
Yes.
Neska.
Of course, para sa'yo to, Attorney Eileen What's the most used emoji to your husband?
Ako, pag ako nagte-text sa kanya, wala. Kasi ang hirap
Plain.
maghanap ng emoji, natatagalan pa ako eh. Waste of time yung maghanap ka pa ng emoji. Hindi totoo yun. Kung sakali yung madali lang, yung heart, mga ganyan-ganyan na lang. Para,
Wow, in love na in love
Hindi, para pag meron kang kailangan, di ba?
Okay. Kasi yung mama ko pag nagte-text sa papa ko, palaging galit eh. Yung angry emoji yung palagi. Yung palagi niyang sinesend.
Di ba ka nagkakamali lang? Kasi minsan ang hirap mag-press ng emoji. Minsan mali na si send mo. Pinagtanggol
Yes.
ko, di ba? Benefit of the doubt.
Totoo.
Ayun.
But yun, when we go back, Attorney Aileen, mas kikilalanin pa natin si Attorney Helen into her journey to law. After
Okay,
a
then
short break.
we'll read some other comments later when we come back. So stick around. And we're back.
Bilis no na. Parang nagbabasa pa lang ako ng comments and then we're back again.
Oo nga.
Na-enjoy ko yung
Is
yes,
Attorney
na-enjoy ko
Helen
yung
back?
natin.
There she is.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
All
So
right.
yun, Attorney Helen, Yeah, before we took a break, Attorney Aileen, meron tayong question dito from May De Vera. Favorite Latin maxim, Nino? Ni Attorney Aileen ba to?
Lahat
Attorney Aileen
tayo.
ata.
Ako
Yan.
mauna?
You first.
Ako? Sige ako na. I don't know. The most common that I always remember is Dura Lex sed Lex, di ba? The law may be
Yun
hard, but
din.
the law. Parang
Yeah,
madaling,
yun din
parang
yung,
yung madaling matanda.
yun
Sa
din yung
akin,
sa
no,
akin.
go Nesca.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Attorney Helen.
Sa akin, first thing in mind is caveat emptor. The buyers beware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ikaw,
Palagi
Nes.
siguro nagsha-shopping. Hindi, ikakopyahin na lang kita, Attorney Aileen.
Ay, paano mo?
Yun sa akin. Yun din kasi yung sa isip ko eh. Pag sinabing Latin maxim, Dura Lex sed Lex talaga yung pinaka, yung basic
I think
talaga
that's the
eh.
first one that I know I've learned when the first Latin maxim. Yeah, so hindi natin matanong si May if she's
Oo
here.
nga eh.
Meron dito other comment. Let's read that one.
Yes, pa-shout out po Alvendia family from Bobonan, Pozorubio, Pangasinan, Philippines. Parang Spanish
Galing
yung
kay
kay Don Castillo Alvendia. Hello
right.
dyan.
Well, shout out sa lahat ng the Alvendia family. Malaking family sila dyan. So,
Wow.
thank you for watching and joining us here, and thank you for engaging with us, Dong. All right, so let's go, Nesca. Seryoso na ba tayo?
Yeah, not quite. Okay, sige. Attorney Helen, you're a lawyer now. Can you tell us if being a lawyer is really your childhood dream?
Okay. Actually, it's not. I've said this to my previous post in my Facebook that being a lawyer was never my dream. Actually, my dream was to become a certified public accountant, but I'm a frustrated CPA. So when life happens and I was not able to reach that dream, I dreamed again. And this time, I said myself that it would be bigger. So I dreamed again, and I dreamed of becoming a lawyer.
Mhm.
That's it.
So, what was your pre-law course?
Because I wanted to become a CPA, my pre-law course was actually Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, but I failed sa parang may qualifying exam yon when you reach on your third year. So because I was a working student that time, I was working in a call center. So I work from I think 3 in the morning until noon, and then I'll just take my lunch and then rush to the school to attend to my afternoon classes. So because of that, what do you call this, exhausting schedule, I was not able to parang hindi ko na meet yung demands ng accountancy program, and so I was actually forced to shift to accounting technology. So parang joke namin yon ng mga batch ko na parang if you fail the accountancy program, yung bagsak mo is the accounting technology program. So that was my pre-law course.
Okay, so you were a accounting technology graduate, tama?
That's
Okay,
correct.
so did that background help you in any way as you navigated law school or in legal practice?
Yes, definitely. Kasi my pre-law, which is the accounting technology, helped me na because may foundation na ako sa business law subjects like the taxation, the negotiable instruments, the agency and trust. So, hindi na sa akin foreign yung mga terms, mga accounting terms, nung I enrolled na in law school. So, in that aspect, the commercial law um, my pre-law course helped me sa commercial law when I took the law course proper na.
So, tama ba, Attorney Helen, that when you did not make it on the accountancy program, dun ka nangarap na, okay, you'll dream bigger and you become a lawyer. Dun lang nagsamula yung dream mo of becoming a lawyer?
Yes, dun lang. Kasi growing up, di ba tayo, growing up, we tend to look up to someone na role model natin or gusto nating maging ganun din. So, my mom kasi was a accountancy graduate. So, she
Okay.
works mm-mm. So, pero my mom kasi because of financial difficulty, she was not able to pursue her dream to become a CPA because of ano din siya na she married at a young age after graduation. So parang hindi niya na fulfill yung CPA dream niya. So ako, growing up, I wanted to fulfill that dream for my mom. So wala talaga akong ibang dream but to become a CPA. Pero, we have these dreams in our heart, but it is only God's will which will prevail at the end of the day. So sometimes God will, break our heart sometimes, but I
Yeah.
would actually believe that it would lead us to the right path or to the right destiny natin. So I believe na the Lord destined me to become a lawyer because also when I was a kid, I hold on to God's promise that He wants or He promised a good life for me. So during that time, struggling ako after graduation, when I was not in the employment world, I struggle, and then I told myself, this is not the the life God has promised me. Sabi niya, He will make me ahead, not the tail. So sabi ko, I will claim God's promise. So sabi ko, okay, I'll dream big na lang. So why not becoming a lawyer? So I took a leap of faith. During that time I resigned. Wala akong work. I enrolled in law school. Faith. Faith lang
Yeah.
talaga.
I like that. I would like to capitalize on the word faith because at some point in our lives, we always have to make a difficult decision.
Yeah.
And then sometimes because we make decisions, a lot of decisions every single day, and then at the end of the day, or sometimes at some point, we ask ourselves, tama ba yung decision ko? Tama ba dito ba talaga ako? There's a song, dito ba talaga ako? Ano ba yung kusang na yun? Dito ba? Dito ba ako talaga? So anyway, I can't remember. It's a Tagalog song. That's a really good song. Um, So, ang tanong ko kay Attorney Helen is, based kasi sa story mo, it looks like walang lawyer na influential sa buhay mo. Are there any other lawyers in your family, or are you the first one in your family?
I am the first one. I'm
That's
the
what
Wow.
I
first
thought.
lawyer.
And
First first generation lawyer.
that's why it's not easy because you are starting. Ikaw ang nagsisimula ng tradition, ng history sa family mo, and definitely you don't have that person na magga-guide sa'yo sa family mo. You look up to that person. It's really hard. Now, yung sinasabi mong faith, ang take ko dyan, and I believe in that, of course, it's your faith that's gonna make you stronger, that, make everything happen. I believe that there's no incident, there's no accident. Everything is planned, right?
Yeah.
So if you have to go through a difficult or a challenging stage in your life, it's because God is building your character for something big. So whatever it is that happened, yung mga frustrations mo, yung heartaches mo, God is just building you to become stronger so that when you become this person He wanted you to be, you are ready and you are prepared. So that's what I believe. Ganun ka din ba, Neska? You, that's
Sabi
how
ko
you
siya nga ba eh. Yeah. Yeah, kasi,
susunod ko.
yeah, kasi para talagang na-hit ako dun sa mga sinasabi mo, Attorney.
Ay, ano
It's like,
naman yun, bato-bato yun
yeah.
ah. Wala
Yeah.
akong alam.
Para sa akin yung message mo na yun. But yeah, yeah, sabi nga ni Attorney Helen, um, it's her faith na nag-lead sa kanya kung nasan siya ngayon. And yun nga yung sabi nila, Attorney Helen, faith it till you make it, sabi nila. You just hold on to your faith and to your dreams na lang na someday, God will place you to wherever you are supposed to be. Kasi yun nga, madami tayong napapagdaanan in our life eh. Kaya yun, probably it's just parang journey pa lang yun, hindi pa lang yun yung destination.
That's right. So, kaya nga sabi nila, wag mainip, diba?
Yeah.
Darating din ng panahon. That's a song again. Ano nga ba yung pala? I have to remember those. You know,
Parang ang dami mong song na naaalala ngayon.
when I was a student and I was and when I was also reviewing for the bar, you know, these songs they really played so important role in our lives because they become our parang inspiration, 'di ba? Yung kaya mo 'yon. And sometimes doon ka lang kukuha ng ano mo sa mga songs na naririnig mo eh. And then you're singing it in your brain, pampalakas ng loob during the test, di ba? So that's why I believe na itong mga songs, mga kanta na to, they were created because they are important, they have important functions in our daily lives, di ba? Kaya nga, mga Pilipino man naman, gagaling kumanta.
Mahilig tayo sa music eh.
Attorney Helen,
Attorney
kumakanta.
Yes. Kumakanta ka ba, Attorney Helen?
Na karaoke, yes.
What's your favorite song?
Pakinig lang ako.
I usually, random lang. I search sa YouTube, normally mga karaoke songs, and then I sing it all.
Wala ka bang national anthem? Na kasi, yung mga Pinoy kasi merong mga national anthem sa mga karaoke. The song they usually sing in the karaoke.
Ano ba? Top of the World?
Wow!
Like that. Karen Carpenter. Ikaw, Nesca.
Ano ako eh na...
Ano? Kumakanta ka ba?
AGs.
AG?
AGs. Wow, rock.
Wow. Akala ko
Joke lang.
ano. Ages, mga rock yun eh, no? Kaya talagang bumibirit sila eh, di ba? Well, thank you for sharing, Attorney Helen. You know, sa family talaga, somebody has to start, you know, somewhere, right? And now that you have started it, marami pang magiging lawyers sa family ninyo, maybe your children. Based on your experience sa law school, you know, because we talked about our experience in law school in our past episodes. And I share this with Nesca and our viewers that at some point I told myself that I'm not gonna send my children to law school because I don't want them to have a miserable life because it's really hard to be in law school. It's if you're not into it, then don't because you're not gonna survive. You're not gonna you're not gonna be able to finish the fight. And then after you finish the fight, meron pang second round, first round, second round after that. Hindi naman matatapos upon graduation because what's the point of graduating if you're not gonna pass the bar, right? So were there any significant challenges that you face as a woman? Because our topic is women in law. Did you face any challenges as a woman in law school at that time?
Yes, actually, my biggest challenge was my schedule, my time. Because during that time when I was in law school, I was a excuse me, I was a working student. So I worked for Department of Education. So what I would do is that I have to arrange it with my work. So every Friday because I am enrolled in a 5-year program in the University of Negros Occidental Recoletos for the working student. So their program would start Friday night. The classes would start Friday night, Saturday the whole day, and then Sunday morning. So Friday night classes would start sometimes 5:30, 6 p.m. So I am far away from I'm from Himamaylan. So it is a 2 hours bus ride from my place. So my biggest challenge was to arrange my working schedule to fit my classes in law school. So I would um, time in or log in at an earlier time. For example, 6 a.m. I would start to work, or 7 a.m. to fill in the gaps for my um, early time out for Friday. So I think that's it.
Mhm. Yeah, well, we have some follow up questions, but Nesca, let's go on a break, short break. And when we come back, we have a question here, a very long one. We're going to read that question once we were back after the short break. So we'll see you in a bit.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
Hello po dyan sa mga taga-Texas. Nandyan po kami ni Desa sa June 14 at meron po kaming show sa Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center on June 14. So, nandyan po ang mga detalye below sa ating poster and I hope to see you soon, guys. See you sa June 14.
We're back.
And we're back.
Yay.
Still with attorney Aileen and attorney Helen, and of course, yours truly. And we're still talking about attorney Helen's experience sa law school and also sa legal practice.
Yeah, so we have a question here. Actually, before that question, sabi ni May, sample naman daw, Nesca. So, magpapakita
Later!
muna, muna, no? Okay.
Later
Well,
lang mag-overtime.
well, sige, mamaya, ha? Okay, we have a question here from Orly Dizon. So, Nesca, go ahead and read, please, the question.
Okay, attorney, for attorney Helen siguro to. What is your opinion on the claim that Leonen's best bar ever batch faced discrimination? Some argue it was the easiest bar exam due to its high passing rate, leading to concerns that the best candidates were not adequately screened. What was your opinion, attorney Helen?
My opinion in relation to that is that we cannot actually discredit naman the effort exerted by those baristas during that time. So I'd like to say that it is actually unfair to be tagged as the parang what's the term? Parang the easiest because I do believe that every bar exam is uniquely difficult on its own. So I think it would be unfair to tag them as the easiest. I would actually, on a positive note, I'd like to say that they are luckiest, the luckiest batch,
Luckiest.
Why don't we
Yun.
give a background? So,
or
what is
blessed.
this Leonin's, yeah, what is the Leonin's best bar ever batch? Can you give us a context on that one, like background? When did this happen and why are they being called like that?
Okay. To those who doesn't know about the bar
Leonen.
exam during Justice Leon's time, actually because it was pandemic, so during pandemic the scheduled bar was postponed, and for a year I think there was no bar exam, And so, comes another year, parang parang humupa na yung yung pandemic, and the Supreme Court already decided to hold or conduct um, bar exam for lawyers. So, parang nangyari, parang dalawang batch ata yung sabay pinag-take
Mm. Okay.
bar during that time. And it was also during that time, first time that the bar exam was conducted online. I mean, through an
Digital.
online platform, not
Yeah.
in writing, because normally um, the tradition is you do it handwritten
Pen and
in
paper.
a
Yeah.
pen and paper. It was the
Mm-hmm.
first time the first bar ever
Purely
pioneered
computer.
the digitalized
Mm-hmm.
digitalized bar exam, and the result was significantly high, because normally the passing rate for bar exams would be 30% to 40% or lower than that. But for the best bar ever,
Yeah.
the passing rate was 72%. So 7 out of 10 passed that bar. So
Wow.
that's it.
Yeah, that's really a lot of a big number, passing rate. Kasi before that, ano ba yung regular passing rate? And then all of a sudden, naglip sa ano. But I agree with you. Lucky is because it's really not, it's really hard to get that number there, right? But I don't,
Yeah.
I don't agree with discrediting them because they also prepared for the bar. It's just, they could be any one of us. It could be any bar exam too. It just so happened that, that they're in that very special situation. So yeah, but everybody prepares for that. It's still an exam that you have to prepare. How long is the review again in the Philippines before you take the bar? Mga 6 months,
Lower na ngayon eh.
Before
Parang,
was
yeah.
4 months now. Yeah, yeah. You still have to graduate 4 years in law school, and then you review. So really, it's a lot of preparation. It's a lot. It's no, a lot of sweat and tears and
Yeah.
heartaches and everything and diet, di ba? Okay, well, thank you for that. Really, it's a very interesting question, though. Okay, so Nesca, we're already diving into the work life
Yeah.
of Attorney Helen bilang women in law ang ating topic. So, what is your first question for Attorney Helen?
Yes, Attorney Helen, earlier tinanong ka ni Attorney Aileen regarding your experience, whether ano yung mga difficulties mo or challenges mo as a woman during law school. Now, I'd like to ask naman, in your practice now, in your legal practice, was there any time naman in your legal practice na parang you felt discriminated because you were a woman?
that's a interesting question, but
Yeah.
I think I am just lucky enough that so far in my more than a year practice in the profession, I've never experienced any kind of discrimination in the courtroom being a woman. But actually, it is being a woman for me. It's an advantage. I'll, it's more of an advantage rather than um, uh, I mean,
A
a
disadvantage.
discriminatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because advantage in the sense that sometimes um, judges would see. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just biased. No, they would feel happy to see women
Like, are they nicer to you?
in the courtroom. Huh? Sorry.
Okay.
They're nicer to you when they
Yeah,
see a,
yeah.
a woman in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Really,
because
it's more of
Here,
a positive
it's a different
experience.
vibe.
No woman.
Siguro, when you step in, they're like, oh, wow, we have a women attorney here. So they smile. Maybe brings a little bit sunshine in the darkness
yeah.
of the courtroom, right?
Also,
Yeah.
especially if
Correct.
you're well dressed, like, because naka ano din ako eh, naka-observe din ako sa court hearings, and especially if the lady lawyer is well dressed, sobrang sophisticated niya. Parang wala, it will lighten up your mood. If you were there, if you're an audience, if you're also, if maybe if you are also a judge, parang pleasing to the eyes, eye candy, parang ganun.
Oh. So in your ano ba, in your experience, attorney Helen, um ano na ba ang ratio ng women attorney when you walk into, on a regular day in court? Because I
Mhm.
remember in the past when I was still a law student, and I used to go to court and just watch, right? I still see majority there, men. But I'm seeing a lot now, of course, even here. But in your experience, how is the ratio now? Do we see a lot more women now, or majority pa rin ang men sa courtroom?
In my observation, parang majority ano pa rin ng male pa rin. Pero hindi na napapahuli yung mga female lawyers now.
Female.
So, but actually see na a lot of female lawyers na in the hallway, in our legal aid programs. But I would actually, in my estimate, would be around roughly 4 out of 10 female lawyers now, or maybe
Mhm.
5 out of 10. Parang ano na,
So we're
halfway there.
yeah, leveling the playing field
Yeah.
now. Oh. Well, dito, ganun din. Well, mostly pa rin, I see a lot more male attorneys. I think it depends on practice. Because, as a lawyer, we don't just do litigation, di ba? We also have corporate lawyers. We have many other practice. Ano ba ang field of practice mo? What is your,
Um,
concentration?
mhm. Actually, as of the moment, because I am a newly minted lawyer, I just passed the bar to 2023. So I do not see myself expert yet of something. So I am more of I practice general law, but mostly yung mga cases dito sa amin, especially in Himamaylan City, are land disputes. So
Mhm.
basically more of land disputes and criminal law.
Yeah, I remember that land dispute because I handle that. It's never easy. Land dispute is always difficult to resolve because mostly our family members ang naglalaban-laban, and then it lupa yan eh. It's
Mhm.
parang ang tao kasi especially in the Philippines, we have a very special connection with the
Land.
land. Parang dun minana mo yun sa kanunuan mo, 'di ba? So,
Ninuno.
oo, kasi yun yung napapamana sa'yo. So, you really
Mhm.
give value to that. Like, yung mga family homes, parang you want to keep it within your family. And then all of a sudden, somebody will claim that's theirs. So, it's really going to be you know, a fight a long fight. And I say this because I handled land cases when I was in the Court of Appeals, and years na yung mga cases doon. Yeah. So, but given a chance, do you still want to, now that a lawyer ka na, you're practicing, although you're still trying to find your niche, maybe because you're 2 year in the practice, are you still looking back now? Wait, I mean, I can still do my accounting because yun yung parang pangarap na ano, ang tawag doon na nahinto.
Mhm.
Did you totally, break up with your with your accounting the dream, or is it still there waiting for it to happen? You could be a CPA lawyer, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever thought about that? Is there a part of your self thinking about, what, pwede pa siguro ganyan?
Wala na. Totally break up. Nag-break na kami. Walang,
Nag-break
Wala
na.
nang balikan yan.
wala nang balikan. So, actually, I'm already, I feel fulfilled na passing the bar and becoming a lawyer. So, I feel that the Lord already answered my prayer. And my goal now is to create my little family. So I'm now
Wow.
focusing on um,
Personal life
my
na.
husband, yeah,
Wow.
and trying to build our own family na.
Personal na yung question namin ni Nes kasusunod. um, is your husband also in the legal field or my background, or is he also a lawyer, or because sometimes the challenge is there. So tell us about it. How is he supporting you in your profession? If you know, given the fact that maybe he is also in the legal field or not.
Mhm. Actually, hindi talaga. Wala talagang influence from my family or whatnot. My husband is not in the legal profession. He is employed in a corporate company. So, how is he supporting me? He is actually my rock. Because during the time that I was in law school, parang I draw strength in him. He supports me all the way. He was with me during my review days in Cebu. Also, when I took the bar, he was with me. So I am so blessed that my husband really supported me all the way in every aspect of my law journey. And now he's very supportive and understanding.
Naku, ibubuko ko sana si Neska, eh, kaya lang ang gusto niya. Baka kasi yun ang hinahati ni Neska. Wala
Wala.
din.
Distractions. Distractions
Distraction
ata yan,
eh.
Attorney Aileen.
I know it
Oh.
depends on how you see it, right? I mean, it worked with Attorney Helen, di ba? But anyway, thank you for sharing that part of your life, private part of your life. Kasi actually, mahilig ako mag-joke kaya sensya na. When you said parang he's my rock, I remember kasi I'm a divorce attorney here in Texas. So I always hear that from my clients saying, after we get the divorce, so what are you if you plan to get married again, I always tell them, wait for 30-day period before you get married. And then they'll say, oh, no, I'm not gonna do that. Sinasabi nila, ano, kukuha na naman ako ng bato, rock. Tay pupukpok ko sa ulo ko ng shade. Buti na lang inexplain mo. There,
Oh
it's really
no!
depends on the explanation, right? Si Nice ka siguro tingin niya bato.
And that's true. But yung sinabi
Diba?
niyang rock, parang rock na ipupukpok sa
Oh, iba
ulo.
yung
Yun
isip
na
ni
yun.
Nice, nababasa ko siya eh.
Iba talaga yung perspective, attorney.
Okay, well, you have children, right, Attorney Helen? How old are they? If you want to share that.
Wala pa. I'm still we are still
Ay, wala pa
trying.
pala. Oo.
Mm.
Ano pala plan pa yon? Nako, 10 steps ahead. But
Manifesting to have one
you know,
year.
maybe what I can say is it's gonna when well, having a children will definitely change the your world. It'll change your priorities. So that's why I always tell people, friends, kanyan, that do whatever you can do, with your time, because once they come, your priorities are going to change.
Yeah.
You will forget about yourself, and focus on this is a life that you are growing, that you are given, to nurture, to grow. So ang laki ng responsibility. Now, being a lawyer and having a family, especially children, definitely, will pose much more challenges in your life as a female attorney. But kaya nga sinasabi na tayong superwoman, because how are we doing it? How are we
Yeah.
making it happen? Juggling, wearing different hats, being a when you go to court, tough looking attorney, you're fighting there. And then when you get home, you become so, goofy. You have to adjust. You have to change your character. Diba? Because you can't bring you being a lawyer at home. They're not going to understand that. Diba? You cannot bring your character, your personality at home naman sa court. So I know that you're not yet there, but what do you see yourself in the, like, let's say for example in the yung short-term goal mo right now? I know that you said you want to practice, but you're still growing that little family. So what do you see yourself in, let's say, 3 to 5 years from now? Attorney Helen, mamay tanong ko si Nesca.
Actually, I'd like to see 3 to 5 years from now that I'm already a confident litigation lawyer in court. So I always pray. My prayer would always goes like, I want to be a great lawyer. I wanted to be to help more people in the community, especially here in my city in Himamaylan. Actually, because as of the moment, I am maintaining a notary public here in our city, and I also do like a free legal assistance to random people or random people who goes to my office. So I'd like to continue that, and in 3 to 5 more years ahead of me, I'd like to see myself um, helping more people, solving their problems or giving them the best advice that they could actually get from from the perspective of a lawyer. Because at the end of the day, I'd like to it fulfills or um, it makes my heart happy to see someone who goes to my office and then going out, giving them a smile on their face or um, a hope that I was able to give them a solution to their problem.
Oh, very nice.
Very
Don't
well
be
said.
funny. Sige, Nesca.
Yeah.
Na-inspire ka na ba?
Yes. Yes, inspire ako kay Attorney Helen.
Mamaya na,
Yeah.
ano, ano,
Or-
hindi kita ginigi si Nesca, ha? Hindi kita Nesca. But anyway, let's take a short break. When we come back, we're just gonna wrap up and then we're gonna ask Attorney Helen yung kanyang words of wisdom para sa ating lahat. So let's pause for a short break. And we're back.
We're back.
All right.
Yes,
So
Attorney
Nesca.
Helen. Yes. Yes, Attorney Helen, any words of wisdom for our future lawyers na, gusto ring ang maging lawyer, nangangarap maging lawyer?
Yeah. To all the future lawyers, my advice would be never give up. It's really your determination that will um, get you through there. So my advice would be um, if it's already difficult, if you feel that um, parang parang against lahat sa'yo, it's okay. You can just pause and relax. It's okay to pause, but never ever give up. And also dream big dreams, because they say that if your dreams doesn't scare you, you're not dreaming big enough.
Yes, that's
So
true.
You have to really, if it means you have to move heaven and earth to achieve your dream, do it. And always, also, lastly, hold on to your faith and pray. Pray without ceasing, because God is a God of promises. um he will answer all your prayers in the right time, in due time.
Yeah, that's right. Very inspiring words from Attorney Helen Grijaldo. Thank you so much, Attorney Helen, for joining us for today's episode. Really our pleasure having you around. And yes, maraming salamat talaga, Attorney Helen, sa time na binigay mo dito sa amin.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your effort, your time, and everything that you've said. I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere out there who's listening with us, maybe not now, maybe later during the recorded live show, will definitely get something from you. And hopefully, marami pa tayong ma-inspire. So, salamat sa time and sa lahat. And sa mga patawan natin today. So hopefully we'll invite you again in the future sa ating legal treat. Thank you, Attorney Helen.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Attorney
everyone.
Helen.
All right, well, Nesca. Alam mo, Nesca,
Yes, Attorney
um,
Helen.
ang tandaan mo doon, kunin mo doon sa sinabi ni Attorney Helen, is dream big, you know. When you
Mhm.
dream big, malaki rin yung risk. When you dream big, you take a bigger risk. Now, if you're okay with smaller fish, doon ka lang sa tabi ng dagat, sa gilid lang. But if you
Mhm.
want to find the bigger fish, you have to take the risk and go to the deep part of the ocean. So,
Yeah,
yun. You have to
that's
do,
true.
you have to step
Very
up.
well said.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, well,
Attorney
let's
Aileen.
go. We're done again with another legal treats. Next week, we'll be back Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Time here in Texas, of course. And that'll be
7:30.
Saturday in the Philippines, 7:30 a.m. naman. Right? And let's get
Yes,
we would like to thank Lawin Media Network, our producer, our technical director,
Kersha.
Krisha. Hopefully, Krisha
Yes.
can join us next time, right? Dami-dami pa
Mhm.
namang tanong ni Krisha. And otherwise, we'll see you next Friday. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.